All right, Shalom Akim, Zahab Spirit Wind Judah of the GMS Mississippi Camp, giving our honor and glory to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, by Shemi Habashah, by Shemi Ka'akodash, also giving double honors to our apostles of Great Millstone, Ruel, and I want to say peace and blessings to the house of David the elect. All right, and I just want to go into a quick topic of, your flesh and, the battles that you have within, all right, because the biggest war is really within you, and your biggest enemy is within yourself, man. Okay, whether it's your lust and the things that you crave and desire that's contrary to the spirit, that's not conducive to your welfare and this truth and your well-being in this truth, or fears and flaws and insecurities, whatever it may be. Those are things which are pertaining to the flesh and ultimately are of Satan. Okay. So this is Romans chapter 17, verse 18. It says, Romans chapter 17, verse 18. It says, for I know that in me, that is, in my flesh, dwelleth no good thing. For to will is present with me, but how to perform that which is good I find not. But I want to highlight on where it says, for I know that in me, that is, in my flesh, dwelleth no good thing. All right, so the worst place you could be in is in a state of pleasing your flesh all the time, man. And pleasing your flesh is not just, you chasing women, or you can't stop eating, or you can't stop drinking. All right, that could just be being lazy. Your flesh wants to be comfort, man. Your flesh wants comfort, man. So your flesh may want you to be stagnant. You get off work, you just want to chill. Okay, the flesh is the flesh is what makes you laid back, because that's a comfort zone. That's a comfort state to be in, man. Okay, but we can't be in that state of comfort, man. All right, America is a place of discomfort. All right, and to be active in this truth, you have to push yourself, man. Okay. Once again, Romans 7:18. For I know that in me, that is in my flesh, dwelleth no good thing. So going back to what the Spirit had me to speak on, I want to say this past Saturday is that if you're not in motion, your mind is going to go in self-destructive mode, man. All right. If you're not in motion, if you're not active, if you're not productive in this truth, if you're not really productive as a man and a man of the Lord, your mind just goes into self-destructive mode, because when you slow down, you go down. All right. That's the nature of your flesh. So if you just leave yourself at default, you're either going to be A, just in autopilot in la-la land, or B, doing something that's not really productive or conducive to your welfare or salvation within this truth. Okay? And I'm going to skip to verse 21. I find then, Romans 7:22. For I delight in the law of the Most High after the inward man. All right, what's that inward man? That's your spirit, man. All right? And your spirit comes straight from the Most High. Real quick, let me get just to prove. Scripture says to prove all things, so I'm going to prove that basically your spirit comes straight from the Most High. All right, is that Ecclesiastes 12:7, I believe. It says, then shall the dust return to the earth as it was, and the spirit shall return unto the Most High who gave it. So what's that dust? It's your body, your abode. Now, abode is basically your dwelling, like your house is your abode. All right, your spirit dwells in your house. All right, your house is these earthly chains, man, called your body. Okay, but that's the proof that which is a quote. What Apostle Paul quoted was really King David, where he says, "I delight after the law of the Most High, after the inward man." All right, Ecclesiastes 12:7. Then shall the dust return to the earth as it was, and the spirit shall return unto the Most High who gave it. All right, so the inward man is your spirit. And the reason why it delights after the Most High, because it's literally angelic. It's a son of the Most High. All right, but the polarity is it has another dwelling within yourself. You have another dwelling within you that's contrary to your spirit, man. Okay. So going back to Romans, I just wanted to bring that out. Romans 7:22, I believe. Okay. Romans 7:22. For I delight in the law of the Most High after the inward man. But I see another law in my members, warring against the law of my mind and bringing me into captivity to the law of sin, which is in my members. So, you know, I remember a brother was talking to the Apostle Gabar, and basically the Apostle Gabar told him that we basically, as young men, we deal with the double curse of youth. I think he said something to that effect, where you just gonna have to, your fight is really your own self because of your nature, that virility that you have, that beastly nature. That's your flesh. Your flesh is that beastly nature. All right. When you watch the movie The Joker, all right, the Joker is a manifestation of that demon that's inside of you, man. All right. The demon that you suppress day to day. There's another movie called The Divide where these people escaped some nuclear bomb. So they ended up in some underground shelter. But over a period of time of being away from civilization, they basically deviated to a very demonic state. All right, the man was wearing a dress, putting on makeup. He was raping a woman. All right, he was basically like a version of the Joker. All right, because that person exists within you. Okay, and it's a demon. Okay, but the way we counter that behavior is to stay immersed in the word, man, to the best of our ability. If the Most High wakes you up 3 o'clock in the morning, make an effort to read a chapter in the word, man. Or if you get off work, make an effort to read. If you get up in before work, once you get up before work, make an effort to read, man. You have to feed that spirit, okay? And from there, I'm going to get the book of Sirach, chapter 39, verse 1. All right, Sirach 39:1. But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High and is occupied in the meditation thereof, all right, occupied in the meditation, okay, will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient and be occupied in prophecies. All right, so going back, he that giveth his mind to the Most High. How do you give your mind to the Most High? You stay immersed in his word. And I'm going to repeat what the Apostle Gabar said when I first came into the knowledge, watching, some of his videos. He was like, he's seen a lot of men come into this truth and fall out. But he also said the way you stay in this faith is that you keep your mind buried in the scriptures, man. So you should have a system, all right, that keeps you in the spirit, man. Like you may say, well, I'm going to read 15 minutes a day. Or as soon as I get up, I already know the rest of my day is going to be busy. But since this is the most important thing I have to do, it's going to be the first thing I do in the morning before I start my day. All right. Or if I have a job, if you have an hour break, how long does it really take you to eat your lunch? All right. Because you may have 30 minutes to eat your lunch and 30 minutes to read. OK, or 15 minutes to eat your lunch and 15 minutes to read. So you should always feed your spirit, because Babylon, all right, this place that is given to pleasures, it feeds off your fleshly nature. It caters to that beast within you. That's why you watch a commercial, it's a burger in slow motion, promote gluttony. All right, there's all you can eat buffet, promote gluttony. All right, every restaurant, if you go down any strip, there's a fast food chain, there's a restaurant, there's a grocery store with a deli. All right. Everything that promotes gluttony, all right? And then you have something that promotes lust, okay? You may have a billboard that's promoting a strip club, or it might be a half-naked woman promoting some non-sexual product, okay? You have the fifth on the internet that's basically free for the public, for the masses, okay? You have all these things, these bars, these clubs. You have all these things in Babylon that draws that demon out of you, man. And the more you feed into it, because it feels good when you feed into that demon, your flesh, the more you feed into it, the more you become that demon. All right. And the weaker your spirit get and the less spiritual you seem. All right. And after a while, you're no different from the average person in your environment. OK. Sirach 39:1. But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High and is occupied in the meditation thereof will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient and be occupied in prophecies. All right. So with that, I hope you brothers are edified. To the next lesson. Shalom.